Welcome to Synagogues of Massachusetts, Part 17. We start in Plymouth, Massachusetts, the famous site of Plymouth Rock and the Pilgrims. It's also home to Congregation Beth Jacob, a Reformed temple. We can't give you a close-up frontal view. It has Friday evening Shabbat services and a Monday evening Torah study. The congregation was founded in 1909. The building shown here was erected in 1913 and is located in the downtown section of Plymouth. Lawrence M. Silverman has been its rabbi since 1973. Quincy, Massachusetts is a decent-sized suburb of Boston with a population of about 93,000. It used to have a handful of Jewish houses of worship. Now it has none. The building facing the camera was once home to Beth Israel Synagogue. It was built in 1918 and closed in 2008. At one time it had a few hundred members, but towards the end it had a hard time getting even 10 for a minyan. It was Orthodox in its affiliation, and when it closed down, its contents were donated to the Maimonides School in Brookline, Massachusetts. The school subsequently sold the building to an Anglican church and maintains an historic exhibit about the Quincy Synagogue on display at the school's campus. And then there's Randolph, Massachusetts, with a little more than 32,150 residents. It is a sister town to Canton. Here is Beth M. Congregation, a conservative affiliated synagogue. It's been around for at least 60 years. Besides Friday evening and Saturday morning Shabbat services, there is also a Thursday morning minyan. David Grossman is its spiritual leader. He acts as both rabbi and cantor. And then there's Temple Beth David, a Reformed congregation, and it's actually located in Canton. The congregation was officially chartered in 1961. Its initial building was erected in 1964 and expanded upon in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Sue Ann Wasserman is its rabbi. She had been its interim rabbi in 2011 and 2012, departed, and has now returned. Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings. There is also a Saturday morning service that varies in format depending on the week of the month. And then there's Young Israel, Kehillah Jacob, that meets in this storefront owned by the Chai Center in Canton. As we said, Canton and Randolph are next door neighbors. You can see the landlord's shingle to the right, the Chai Jewish Center. There was some controversy in 2013 when this Orthodox synagogue moved to this location. By the way, the reason it has two names is that it is the result of a merger. There was Young Israel in Dorchester and Kehillah Jacob in Mattapan. Okay, the controversy is twofold. One is that it sold to a Christian assembly church, definitely a no-no for an Orthodox Jewish synagogue. The other is that the Chai Center is an outreach group organization run by a rabbi and his wife, who also happens to be the rabbi of the synagogue for the past 4 years. In addition, some people just wanted to close down the synagogue and donate its proceeds to charitable organizations. They also felt that the Chabad rabbi, who would now be the landlord of the congregation as well, would be put into conflicts of interest situations. Here is a view of its previous home that is now a church assembly facility. And finally, here is a city known for its witch trials. That's Salem, Massachusetts, with more than 40,000 residents. And here is the building of what was once Temple Shalom. It merged in 2014 with Temple B'nai Abraham in Beverly, Massachusetts. The building was sold to a developer who would lease it to Salem State University. And that concludes this trip, but there's still more synagogues in Massachusetts to check out. Therefore, bye for now and see you real soon.